Guys, if you want to stop getting ghosted or getting left on red, this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly what to say and how to reevaluate and change your mindset around actually getting ghosted so you're building that attraction instead of killing it. So let's talk about what attraction actually is when it comes to spark, that initial spark of attraction that she's going to feel that's going to make her want to respond back to you. And what it is dopamine. And to understand what dopamine is, you have to understand what actually kills it. What kills it is familiarity, routine, boredom, monotony, right? The same types of conversations that she's having with men, guy after guy after guy after guy, right? Women are being inundated when it comes to online dating especially, right? So how you can set yourself apart from all of these other guys is the birthplace of spark, and that's going to give you a much higher chance for her to actually respond and reply back to you and not leave you ghosted or on red. So what most guys are doing is they're playing it safe, right? They're asking all of the mundane questions. What do you like to do for fun? Where are you from? What's your job, right? And they rush into asking for a date. We should go, grab drinks or whatnot, right? And this is the same, you might have had this conversation once or twice, she's had it 50 or 60 times, right? And so you can be the best guy in the world. For example, I used to be a door-to-door salesperson, right? And, after a while, the thing that I was selling, solar panels, got so saturated. There was about 4 or 5 other, door knockers in the same neighborhood on the same day. So, regardless of how good I was, I couldn't even get a word out before I'm getting slammed because the whole point is that she's been, that person who lives in that house has gotten their door knocked on multiple times. It's the same thing when it comes to online dating. So you can use fun and funny, witty, clever lines to reel her back into the conversation. And once you do this, she's going to reevaluate you as someone that doesn't take dating too seriously to where, people get busy and whatever, and so you're fine with it, but you're still calling her out. And women like that. Women like men that, call us out, but in a playful way that makes us want to engage back with you. So you can say lines like, day 502 of, Amanda not answering, food is scarce, morale is low. Or breaking news, local hinge match goes silent. Sources say that she's coming up with the perfect response. Back to you in the studio, Jim. Anything like that pulls her out, that makes it fun, makes it funny, but still calls her out is going to make her want to actually respond back to you, right? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, da-da-da. And then you can say, I too am better in person. We should, test this theory over some drinks this week and get her off the app after that point. But either way, this is how you can actually continue that fun, banter back and forth without taking it too seriously and taking it too personal that she probably just got busy. Now, if she is actually ghosting after a first date or a second date, I've experienced this as well. Now, I am someone that does not ghost, but I understand why one would. I'm not validating it. I think it's actually a pretty weak response, but regardless, I understand why one would. It does suck to reject someone. If you've ever rejected someone, it just doesn't feel very good. So sometimes it's a lot easier to just not say anything at all. So you could respond with saying something like, hey, I just want to get some clarity. It doesn't seem like, you're feeling a romantic connection on your end, which is totally okay. I'm curious to see, if there's any feedback that you want to give me, which I think can be really helpful. Some women can actually give you some feedback. I mean, I remember one time I went on a date and, the guy was actually fine, but he smelled terrible and his hygiene was terrible. And he actually responded with that. And, it gave me the platform to say, hey, listen, you're a really great guy, but I'm not gonna lie to you, there was definitely a bit of an odor, and letting him know. And while that might have sucked in the immediate, I'm sure I helped him on lots of future dates that, he might have thought twice, hey, I should shower before going on a date, And so these types of things, they do happen. But, for the most part, if she's ghosted you after a first, second date and you've already, reached out to her and she, didn't respond, that's pretty much your answer. So it's up to you whether or not you want to respond back just to get clarity. But I would never, blame or shame. It's just saying, okay, how could I have made that date more exciting, more unfamiliar, more unexpected than just your traditional norm dates that she's probably gone on a zillion other times? Because again, that is the thing that kills spark. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want more dating advice from the feminine perspective, and go to jamiedatecoaching.com/coaching to get more information on private coaching from me. All right, thank you so much.